very itchy. Highlight though, yes. Hey guys! So I get a lot of questions about how to get a super flawless airbrush looking face. So I tried to use all my favorite products because I have so many that I do change it up a lot, but I tried to pick like my absolute favorite ones. And some of them are staples that I use every time, and other ones I just like kind of alter in and out to try different things. So I think sometimes people struggle with putting on a ton of makeup and then having it look pretty natural. So I think the biggest thing in that is just playing to the natural dimensions of your face. So when you're looking at your face with no makeup, you want to see like where the shadows hit, where your natural cheekbones are, things like that. And mostly you just want to put the products in and put the colors in where they naturally hit your face. So I always like to say, like, sometimes more products can make it look more natural. So if you want to see how to get sort of a flawless airbrushed looking face, these products, especially the foundations and the cream contours that I use, they are very HD, so they're formulated to look really good for pictures, specifically for like photo shoots or things like that. So if you're going somewhere where you're gonna have your picture taken a lot and have a lot of flash photography, these will hold up really well in pictures, and they'll look really nice and really pretty and natural on your skin and just make it look like you have like really beautiful skin. Alright, so first I'm going to start by priming my face, and I'm going to use the Becca Backlight priming filter. This one's one of my favorites. It smells kind of like roses, and it gives you a really nice dewy glowing finish. So I'm gonna go with my foundation next, and I'm actually gonna use two different foundations. They're both more of a medium coverage, and I'm going for a more full coverage look. The first one I'm gonna start with is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD stick. Looks like this. And this one is really, really nice for photos. It photographs really well. And the reason I'm using two foundations is just because I feel like this one doesn't blend out as nicely just because it's more of a cream based, and I like more of liquid products on my face. So then I'm going to go in with my Too Faced Born This Way foundation. So I'm going to go over all of that with my beauty blender just to get rid of any brush strokes. So this is just going to really push it into your skin and make it blend and look a lot more natural and more like your skin. The next thing I'm going to do is go in with a little bit of a color corrector. It's not super intense at all. It's just for right in the inner corner of my eyes, and here I tend to get a little bit more purple, and it can really show through, especially with my skin being so fair. And this just has a slight peach undertone to it, and that's just gonna help cancel out the purpleness. And I'm just gonna go in again with my beauty blender and just buff that in. Next I'm gonna go in with concealer. I'm gonna use the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer, and this is in light. So this one's a little bit lighter than my face, just because I want to highlight a little bit underneath my eyes. So if you go a little bit lighter, it kind of lifts up a little bit. And I'm gonna just layer it on like a triangle underneath my eyes, and then I'm also gonna go on top of my eyes because I like to use my concealer as my primer for any eyeshadow that I'm gonna put on. My favorite part, I'm gonna go in with a liquid highlighter. So I pretty much like to start out with all liquid products first and then kind of go in and set everything else with powders. So this highlighter is from Sephora. It's called Morning Light. They're called Radiant Luminizing Drops. They're so beautiful. This one just gives you like such a natural glow to your skin. It comes in like a little dropper bottle, so I'm just gonna do like a lot. And then I'm gonna take the bigger end of my beauty blender and just pick some of that up. I'm just gonna put it on the higher points of my face where I want it to be highlighted. So mostly on the tops of my cheekbones, a little bit above my eyebrow, a little bit in the centers of my face. I'm just gonna do on top of my lip. This is just gonna help lift the lip up a little bit. Give you more of a pouty look. I'm just gonna do right on the tip of my nose and then right in the center up there. So my other favorite product that I'm gonna go in with is just a cream bronzer. This one's definitely a really pretty warm undertone. This is from Mehron and it's their HD foundation. And it is probably the most beautiful finish I've ever used with any cream foundation product, anything like that. It just makes your skin look so airbrushed and beautiful. So I'm just gonna put this on the outer, like 3, I guess you could call it. So you wanna I like to do a lot on my forehead, underneath my cheekbones here, and then underneath my chin. And those are just the places where your face, before you go in with foundation, has like that natural depth to it. And I'm not doing like a super harsh contour, I'm just kind of bronzing this up. This just helps to take out any double chins you might be getting. And the other thing I do is just like to take a little bit of that and go in my eye socket there. I'm probably gonna contour that in a little bit under my eye, so I just like to bring that in as well. On the very tip of my beauty blender is just take some of that and contour my nose a little bit. So I mostly like to just do right at the bottom just because I feel like it kind of widens out a little bit. So I'm gonna put most of the product here. Just on the sides there a little bit. This is just gonna like slenderize your nose a little bit and give you this like, cute little button nose. And then just blend that in. The other thing you can do, since you highlighted the top of your lip, to really lift that up, you can just go right underneath your lip with a little bit of this product, and that's just gonna bring that lower lip down a little bit. And create more of a shadow so that it looks like your lip's pouty. I'm gonna go in and set all the products I use with powder products. I like to use as little as possible. I just want it enough to set what cream products are there so they don't really move, but I don't want to use too much powder because then that's what's going to make you look cakey. So the first thing I'm going to set is underneath my eyes, and I'm going to go in with the Anastasia contour kit, and I'm going to use these first 2 colors here. Just push that in. You don't want to be moving or dragging it around underneath your eyes, you just want to be pushing it in because that's what's going to just not give you any cakiness. It's just gonna set it right where it is. You're gonna try to avoid where you put the highlight then as well, just because you don't want to cover any of that up. I'm also gonna set my forehead right in the center there and a little bit on my chin. And then also I'm gonna go underneath where I put the bronzy color, and I'm just gonna kind of sculpt it out just a smidge. I'm gonna go in with a powder bronzer. So like I said, this cream bronzer is a little bit warm, so I'm gonna go in with a really cool tone, almost grayish tone bronzer that'll just help balance that out. So I think the biggest thing to making wearing a lot of makeup look fairly natural is just make sure you're blending everything together and using products that look the most like your skin. And I'm gonna go in with a powder highlighter. Because I like to take it on like a smaller, fluffier brush because I feel like I can blend it a little bit better and I don't get like a harsh straight line anywhere. But you can use whatever you feel like works best for you. Next, I'm just gonna go in with a little bit of blush. So I'm gonna go in with my favorite blush. It's from Milani, it's like $4, it's great. It's Luminoso, it's just like this really pretty, peachy. It's nice and sheer, so it doesn't give you too much pigment. And I'm just gonna tap that. And the last thing I like to do is just kind of go over everything with my damp beauty blender a little bit, just to kind of help those powder products blend into the green products a little bit better. And you just want to do this lightly. So this is just going to soften any of the powder products that might look too much. So I'm just going to go ahead and finish doing the rest of my makeup. So yeah, I don't freaking know what I was saying. Don't know. It was great. And then my camera died. Now it sucks.